Item Number SCP-448-JP. Object Class Euclid. No, Keter. Special Containment Procedures. Instances of SCP-448-JP are to be contained in a 5 meters by 5 meters by 5 meters high-risk humanoid containment chamber with walls 20 centimeters or more in thickness because they are too dangerous to be contained in a low-risk biological containment chamber in Site-81 Beep. Personnel are to prevent SCP-448-JP from getting offended by feeding 2 living human children to them appropriately twice a day. In order to maintain containment of SCP-448-JP, a mobile task force is to prevent them from increasing their population, and other personnel are to assist the activities of preventing propagation of SCP-448-JP. Currently, 14 instances of SCP-448-JP have been contained by all might of the Foundation. Personnel who work with SCP-448-JP should make visual contact at least once with the terrifying and bloodthirsty instances, images, videos of them, in order to determine whether they can remain conscious or not. For submitting questions or requesting redaction of this document, make contact with Information Management Team Red Riding Hood through Containment Chief. Description: SCP-448-JP is a destination for humanoid organisms mutated from a species of gray wolf. SCP-448-JP are capable of altering reality powerfully, according to information from some literature, and would modify the reality to brutally kill those who create information about the entities by their abilities. Documents, audio data, real voice, images, videos, and everything else are regarded as information media, and unfortunately put on the murder list of SCP-448-JP. The victims ordered by SCP-448-JP contained information which is indescribably terrifying and shows that species lacks sense of ethics, seen even from an objective point of view. It describes SCP-448-JP as violent and cruel werewolves. The ability of reality bending manifested by SCP-448-JP is restricted to form of partial alteration of victims' bodies and addition of bloody regions with unknown function. But it is to be noted that SCP-448-JP have not yet exerted all of their abilities, or attempts to restore altered subjects, whose usually massive data was deleted due to its extreme cruelty, have led to further regrettable alteration, despite exhaustive investigation by the Foundation. SCP-448-JP came to the Foundation's attention following the fact that despite assignment of a mobile task force after a widespread rumor about werewolves in the perimeter of Mount Beep in Japan, which resulted in annihilation of the MTF and massive casualties, none of the incidents were observed and none of the members of auxiliary forces turned. Further investigations revealed that the MTF members that have left information about the reality-altering ability of SCP-448-JP and all of the instances were contained. At last, after a massive operation that costed Beep lives. In comparison to SCP-448-JP instances, which have extremely powerful warfare capabilities for animals, rather than for species of grey wolf, even bears and killer whales have despairingly poor physical abilities. It is considered unimportant for SCP-448-JP to manifest the reality-altering ability in order to massacre any kind of animals. People around Mount Beep have built an SCP-448-JP-centered culture, struggling to survive. Experiment Log 488-1. Date 2000 Beep. Subject: SCP-448-JP. Experimental Procedure: D3793 was told to enter the containment chamber and was sacrificed for SCP-448-JP. Result: no one is able to keep an observation of the test after SCP-448-JP touched D3793 and his skin reacted harshly. This was contrary to the expectation that no anomalous effect would be manifested by physical contact. D3793 would say doomsday or something and try to run away when he saw SCP-448-JP, but his word was interrupted as he was converted into data deleted by the reality-bending ability. He emitted a roar and great tribulation echoing into containment chamber. Analysis: alas, we author play. Dr. Beep. Addendum: coloring the altered text into red has not been determined effective because it has also led to further alteration of the information. For detailed background, see Investigation Log 488 Beep. Relation between canid chromatic vision and alteration trend in each font attribute. Presently, information about SCP-448-JP has always been monitored for alteration and subjected to coloring treatment in order to avoid fearfulness and confusion. Automated notification. This document was prepared by Information Management Team Red Riding Hood. Edit authority is restricted to the team members. While you read the document, keep in mind to read the whole of it, not only red-colored characters. Item Number: SCP-448-JP. Object Class: Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. Instances of SCP-448-JP are to be contained in a low-risk biological containment chamber in Site 81 Beep. Personnel are to feed them approximately twice a day. In order to maintain their population, personnel are to assist the activities of propagation of SCP-448-JP. Currently, 14 instances of SCP-448-JP have been contained by the Foundation. Personnel who work with SCP-448-JP should make visual contact at least once with the instances, images, videos of them. For submitting questions or requesting redaction of this document, make contact with Information Management Team Red Riding Hood through Containment Chief. Description: SCP-448-JP as a designation for a species of gray wolf. SCP-448-JP are capable of altering information and will modify the information about the entities by their abilities. Document, audio data, real voice are regarded as information media. The information lacks an objective point of view. It describes SCP-448-JP as violent and cruel werewolves. The ability is restricted to form of partial alteration and addition. All attempts to restore altered data have led to further alteration. SCP-448-JP came to the Foundation's attention following the fact that, despite a widespread rumor about werewolves in the perimeter of Mount Beep in Japan, none of the instances were observed. Further investigation revealed the information-altering ability of SCP-448-JP, and all the instances were contained. SCP-448-JP instances for species of gray wolf have poor physical abilities. It is considered important for SCP-448-JP to manifest the ability in order to survive. Experiment Log 488-1. Date 20 Beep. Subject: SCP-448-JP. Experimental Procedure: D3793 was told to enter the containment chamber. Result: no anomalous effect manifested by physical contact. D3793 would say something when he saw SCP-448-JP, but his word was converted into a roar. Addendum: coloring the altered text into red has not led to further alteration of the information. For detailed background, see Investigation Log 488-Beep. Relation between chromatic vision and alteration trend in each font attribute. Secondly, information about SCP-448-JP has always been monitored for alteration and subjected to coloring treatment in order to avoid confusion. Automated notification. This document was prepared by Information Management Team with Riding Hood. Edit authority is restricted to the team members. While you read the document, keep in mind to read only red-colored characters.